This is what is now known as the Lower Seymour Conservation Reserve. 56 square kilometers of alpine peaks, pristine waters, and temperate rainforest tucked within the coastal mountain range. An area with a unique importance to the region. For millennia, cedar and salmon were the landscape's foundational features.
There was a number of indigenous people that lived on the North Shore Mountains, so particularly Tsleil-Waututh and Squamish Nation were very present in the valley. They had villages at the mouth of the Seymour River, and they moved up and down the Seymour Valley quite regularly to hunt and gather and to fish in the river.
Rapid changes began in the late 1800s. Early settlers valued the Seymour Valley as a transport link to the interior, so a trail was constructed which connected the mouth of the Seymour River to Pemberton Meadows, almost 130 kilometers away. Completed in 1877 and known as the Lillooet Trail, it would be used by prospectors, trappers, settlers, and indigenous travelers. At the same time, lumbermen began to realize the value of timber resources along the Seymour River, and logging and milling would begin in the area, as well as construction of a 16-kilometer-long flume that carried shingles to Rice Lake.
Early maps of the Rice Lake area show it as two distinct wetlands that were joined by a small stream. When loggers came into the valley, they saw that Rice Lake could be used as a storage area for shingle bolts, and that they could dam it up and raise the water level slightly. And there was a flume system that came out of it and ran down through Lynn Valley, down into Moodyville.
By 1905, Vancouver was rapidly expanding, and the value of the Seymour River was recognized in a new light. It would be secured as a second source of domestic drinking water, and Rice Lake was converted into a reservoir area in 1912. However, many people don't know that the current deeper lake is a result of two human-constructed dams that were built as a water supply for the city of North Vancouver.
As the population grew, the need for more and more good, clean water was needed. It was recognized that private purveyors of water wouldn't be able to fund or supply the amount of population that was coming into the Vancouver area. So the Greater Vancouver Water District was formed in 1924 with the goal of supplying the growing population with a clean, fresh water source.
The post-war 50s era was a time of optimism, but it also pressured a water supply not built for a booming population. Soon, the Seymour Dam project was underway and was completed in 1961, creating a 4-mile-long lake. The city of North Vancouver would continue to use Rice Lake as a reservoir until 1981, when the intake system was destroyed by flooding, and soon after, they joined the Greater Vancouver Water District. The area below the dam was designated for long-term future water supply and became known as the Seymour Demonstration Forest. Then, in 1999, was renamed the Lower Seymour Conservation Reserve.
It was recognized that it would be a great recreational spot for people in the Lower Mainland. Trails were built around the lake. There's a wharf and a dock system for people to fish. It's one of the most popular fishing destinations in the Lower Mainland.
Right now we run school programs, we're just about to build a new education center, and all that is really focused to show people where their water comes from and what the process is to store their drinking water and to treat their drinking water.
The Lower Seymour Conservation Reserve and Rice Lake hold many stories. First Nations traditional ties and current connections, an era of timber resource and small-scale water supply. And now, it's part of a long-term water supply vision, a conserved area available for future generations.